So happy to have you here for a midweek edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This should be an intriguing contest. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. This is their first game against Detroit this season.
And they were shocked by this team twice last year. They just didn't play well.
Now here's Banchero. 4 on the clock. Durant with it, and Anthony picks him up defensively. Count it. Good. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Morant with the slam!
Ooh, as usual, Morant bringing down the house.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to talk with the head coach of the Warriors for a minute, and we discussed his plan for Ja Morant. Coach smiled and said, I just told my guys to stay ready out there, ready for anything, because Morant can do so many surprising things. We just have to stay on our toes. Hopefully that flexible mindset helps the defense keep up with Morant's antics out there. B.A.
And Allie, thank you for that. Pass to Anthony. He shoots it. The Warriors pull it in. There's Nesmith with the 3. On target from range.
Already an excellent passer at his position. Banchero just loves showing off his court vision.
Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, B.A., from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Now here's Durant. There's a screen. Back to Wallace. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop, that thing is over.
Morant looking for an opening. Some room here for Anthony. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
Whew. Right now they are humming along. 3 of 4 to start this game.
Nembhard outside. The rebound by Bridges.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Morant with it. Durant covering. And then Morant with the dunk.
When Morant drives, he is just so difficult to stop. His agility, that's what makes beating the D look so easy.
Now here's Nembhard. 19-footer. And the jumper falls for him. Durant's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Turner. And a missed layup.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
Pass to Wallace. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And you can run offense through Banchero time and time again. I mean, he is a special talent.
And here's Morant. And he makes it on the layup. Morant's got 6 points.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
I'll say this. Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Ja Morant grabs a miss.
Why? Just why? Come on, man. Save that one for practice.
The Warriors leading. And Banchero gets it to go.
I mean, 6'10", about 250. Banchero imposing his will inside.
And for some reason, he decided to foul there.
Yeah, B.A., that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Here's Nesmith. Uses the glass on the layup. Nesmith's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Deflected! Pass to Banchero. Here's Jackson. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
And here are the Warriors now. 6-point game.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Here's Morant. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. The Warriors on top.
19. The Pistons.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the Warriors here in this one?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
In the first half, you want to stay aggressive, but you also want to be careful. That is his second foul already.
Jackson on the wing. No points yet. Grant outside. 3 on the clock. Reeves. Shot blocked. And they get it back. Pistons trail up by 5. Kuzma down low. Lively with it. Back to Kuzma. And he lobs it up. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Jackson surveying the D. Grant outside. Fires for 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson.
And this is something Grant has worked a lot on. Now a legitimate three-point threat.
Here's Castle. Inside. Nice move. And it's Kuzma finishing it off.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this. And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Screen by Lively. Castle for 3. And there's the rejection.
Yeah, the defensive instincts of Grant kicking in, especially when he sees the chance to block shots.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Lively. 6 on the shot clock. Got it. Good job in the low post. Grant, there are such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry over to the NBA?
Oh, BA, they sure do. I was part of some serious college rivalries. There was a lot of trash talk with the guys on the other side, and it didn't stop that much after we got to the NBA.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, Jeremy Grant averaged single digits in points the first 4 seasons of his career. But over the last 4 seasons, he's scoring over 20 a game. He said it all changed for him back in Detroit, adding, quote, "I grew as a player, being the #1 option and seeing different coverages. Now I'm reaping the benefits," unquote. Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks. No coverage that time. Matherin's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
He's got that guard quickness. Matherin showing off his catch-and-shoot ability.
Kuzma, left side. Pass to Castle. Back to Kuzma. Here's Edey. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
The enthusiasm they've brought to their defense so far is something else. Going after shooters and really hustling to get their hands on shots.
And also the coaching staff has to love the hustle so far. Just playing with great energy, getting out and converting in transition.
Outside Reed. The 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. 1:04 left to play in the first half. Grant, Kyle Kuzma is an instinctual scorer who gets it done in a variety of ways.
He's especially skilled inside the painted area, but he's a capable shooter from mid-range and beyond the arc. Plus, he's someone you can rely on in the clutch.
Here's Nembhard. Shot from the low post is good. Nembhard's got his first basket. Pistons trail up by 3. There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Here's Castle. Still without a bucket. Here's Kuzma. That shot off. The Warriors lead by 3. Left side Matherin. Plenty of space. Here's Wallace. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Kuzma outside. To the left wing. Pulls it. And again, no good by Detroit. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The Warriors on top, up 5. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Castle. To the paint. Edey, that's good. Edey's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Nice decision by Castle. I mean, this guy is a great teammate.
Nembhard outside. Here's Nesmith. The rebound by Edey. Pistons trail by 3. Here's Castle. He's scoreless. Outside Sexton. To the middle.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Detroit shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. The free throw drops for Lively. A big group substitution here for Detroit. And Lively drops them both. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Nembhard outside. Outside Durant. The deep 3. The deep ball from KD.
This is almost hard to watch because this should be a tough shot, but Durant makes the game look so smooth.
Pass to Anthony. There's the 3. Wallace pulls it in. The Warriors lead by 4. Durant inside. Goes back up. Got a hand on it.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting one of the past 4 shots to fall.
Out of bounds. The Warriors will take it.
No need to rush that play. That's called giving away a possession.
And so it's Golden State with it. Nembhard outside. Shoots over Morant. And again, no good by Golden State.
Out of halftime, not the way you want to execute, just 1 of 5 from the field.
And the shot goes down.
Closer in. Look, let me just tell you, Morant, he's going to find a way to score. He just has such a fantastic touch around the rim.
And one thing that Morant has always been elite at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter.
Now here's Morant. Give him 8 points now. Pass to Reeves. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Durant, no good. Pistons trail up by 4. Now here's Morant. Back to Bridges. To the right side. And here's Morant. Lets the 3 fly. Oh! Morant sinks the triple.
What a confident shot by Morant. Gets the hot pass and puts it right up.
Nembhard outside. And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here.
Aaron Nesmith. 1 shot.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Clock at 6. Banchero surveys. The 3 is up. The rebound by Edey. The Pistons trailing. Here's Castle. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Sexton. Right wing. For the lead. The shot misses. Outside Durant. Driving to the basket.
Super long. KD's arms stretched for days, helping him slam it on the bounce.
Pistons trail by 3. 54 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Edey. Pass to Castle for the tie. Knocks down the long J. And it's a tie ball game.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Here's Nembhard. Rebounded by the Pistons.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
There's 21 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. It's Kuzma with the miss. Now Durant. 11 points in the game. Banchero outside. Fires the 3. He's off from 3. It's a tie game in the Bay Area. And time for a short break. Stay right there. The
Pistons 39.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Here's Jackson. Outside Mathurin. And the 3 off target. Pass to Reeves to take the lead. Connects from downtown. Reeves has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
The kick to Durant. Here's Mathurin. Back to Durant. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Wow, they're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is shooting from long distance. All game long, they've been finding openings at the perimeter.
Three-pointer Mathurin knocks down the triple.
Yeah, look at Mathurin making the snap decision, acting before they can stop him.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Nice shot by Turner.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for them.
Reed can't hit.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Pass to Anthony. Lets it go from deep. Good, and the setup by Morant.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Jackson outside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And that one falls for Jackson.
At the line for Warriors.
And so Jackson nails both of them. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for Detroit. They lead by 1. Out left to the wing. Anthony outside. Back to Turner. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Morant. Bridges outside. They set the pick to the inside. Outside Morant. Out to Bridges. Fires from deep. Wallace pulls it in.
It seems like every miss ends up in his hands. He's been unreal.
You aren't exaggerating. You don't get to 20 rebounds without having a special talent for grabbing misses. They needed points, and KD comes through. Who else did you expect?
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Outside Morant. Down low. The steal.
The defense had the pass well anticipated. They know the offense wants to get that ball inside.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Pass to Mathurin. Outside Nesmith. The 3. And Reeves pulls it down. The Pistons trailing. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Misses in close. Here's Golden State. Now here's Mathurin. The kick to Durant. Back to Mathurin. 5 to shoot. 3-pointer. The rebound by Turner. Anthony outside. Ooh, knocks down the clutch free throw. so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
It's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
Back to Durant. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Nesmith. Launches a three. Oh, nails the triple!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Outside Morant.
Warriors foul. Fourth personal foul. Team foul. Shooting will be shot.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to one. He can't sink it, and that was an important free throw. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
And they go to the intentional foul. He drops the first one, and that'll put him up two. And so both free throws good. And it's a three-point game.
And those were some big-time shots. Those free throws helping make this a three-point game.
Pass to Anthony. This would tie it. Oh, and he can't make the shot to force overtime. And